Hi everyone, welcome to the world of clinical histology. Today's sections will be from the trachea to the bronchioles and finally to the terminal bronchiole, which ends the conducting portion of the respiratory system. Again, we will start with Huchi's case. When she was in college, she once had a cough which lasted for a long time. She often coughed with white sticky sputum. Her symptoms was worse at night, and her roommates also commented that she had a strange nose while sleeping. One night, she suddenly woke up with shortness of breath and was taken to the emergency department. She was diagnosed to have bronchitis and bronchial asthma. After a few days, her symptoms improved and she stopped the medication. She had no further attacks. After graduating from college, she started to work and took up smoking. Gradually, this increased to 1 pack a day. To explain the symptoms of bronchitis and bronchial asthma, we need to understand the general structure of the trachea and the bronchial tree. Okay, let's take a look at the structure of the respiratory system again. This diagram shows a model of the bronchial tree. We can see the conducting portion ends at the terminal bronchioles. The inhaled air would be cleansed, humidified, and warmed by the structures above. As the branches of the bronchial tree becomes finer, the structures will also change. When we go down the bronchial bundle, the epithelium would change from a pseudo-stratified ciliated columnar epithelium to a simple columnar epithelium at the terminal bronchiole. There are fewer and fewer goblet cells in the epithelium. The number of ciliated cells also begins to decrease at this level, while the glands and cartilage gradually start to decrease from the lobular bronchus. The structural changes are closely related to the functions of the bronchial bundle. Firstly, let's start with the trachea that is below the larynx. The left slice is the H&E stand section of the trachea. We can see the C-shaped cartilage in the adventitia and the ring-shaped smooth muscle on the inner surface of the cartilage. At the innermost layer, we have respiratory epithelium covering the cavity surface. We have already talked about this in the previous section. Then, let's take a look at Huchi's case. She was diagnosed with acute bronchitis at age 20. Most likely, she had a chronic allergic reaction of the upper respiratory tract with increased secretion of the tracheal submucosal glands and epithelial goblet cells, but no bacterial infection. At night, the vagus nerve is activated with increasing mucus secretion, so her cough was worse when asleep. Chronic allergy caused sustained bronchial muscle contraction, which may lead to hypertrophy of smooth muscles contracting the bronchial lumen. Fortunately, the bronchial tree at this level still has the cartilage pieces so that the bronchial lumen is not completely blocked. The bronchial cartilage becomes less as it goes down and finally disappears in the terminal bronchioles. Meanwhile, the smooth muscles are increasingly more developed. Try to think about the meaning of the change here. Well, when a person with hyperreactive airways inhales allergens, this smooth muscle will contract intensely, hence narrowing the bronchial lumen. air traveling through this narrowed passage will create turbulent airflow. Clinically, asthma often affects the bronchioles and terminal bronchioles. There is no cartilage in these parts. The sudden contraction of smooth muscles may lead to complete blockage of the already narrowed lumen. This can explain why Hu-Chi suddenly woke up at night and feeling severely short of breath. For some patients, such attacks of asthma may occur repeatedly and could be fatal if not promptly treated. Finally, let's summarize. From the trachea to the terminal bronchioles, we can see a gradual change in the epithelium, gallbladder cells, submucosal glands, and smooth muscles. These modifications are associated with change in the tracheobronchial lumen diameters at various levels, as well as the different demands of air warming, humidifying, and cleansing. If we can understand the histological basis of these changes, we can better appreciate their functions and the causes of common clinical conditions.